Welcome back everybody, my name is Cross and today we'll be covering the health system and Escape from Tarkov, along with what you need to do to remove those harmful effects that come along with raiding so that you can get out with all that juicy loot that everybody wants. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button down below and let's jump into this video. Okay guys, let's begin with the website we're using today. It's called Escape From Tarkov Wiki. Super useful website. I really recommend it if you're new or if you've even been playing for a while. It's just overall a good tool to have in your back pocket. In case you have a random question about the game, you can find it on this website. You can already see right off the back, it gives you basics to the game, systems, gear, items, tools, and so much more. But let's focus on the medical part of this and let's get it going. Okay, so let me go ahead and break down the chart for you guys. On the left hand side, we have the item we're going to be talking about, the name, the type, the effect, the use time, the uses, the HP pool, and then the max HP pool it has. All right, let's break this down and pull this to the left hand side. On the right, we're going to have the temporary status effects so you guys can be aware of what they are. And on the left, we're going to have the item we're going to be going over. Okay, so first we have the painkillers. It removes pain, and then it's going to add this icon to you, which means you're on painkillers. Okay, it's applied for 175 seconds. You have 3 seconds to use it, so it takes you 3 seconds to use this, and then you have 4 uses in it. After that, we have the antibiotics, which removes toxication and then adds on the painkiller medication icon again. You have a time of 5 seconds it takes to use this. You have 1 use in these, and then it gives you no HP whatsoever. Following that, we have the Morphine Injector. All the Morphine Injector is going to do is remove the pain, remove contusions. Contusions, as you can see on the right hand side, reduces senses by 33% and muffles audio. It's awful, you guys. If you haven't had one, it makes your screen blurry. Your sound is awful. So it's definitely a pain to have on you. It gives you the icon for you're on painkillers again for 385 seconds, so a lot more. So, and it also gives you 10 energy, but then takes 10 hydration away from you. So no biggie, really helpful though. It has it takes 2 seconds to use it, and then it has 1 use. So once you use it, it's it, no more. It restores no HP whatsoever. Next, we have the ibuprofen painkillers. It removes pain and then contusions again. So it's going to be the same. It's going to have the same effects. The only difference between the morphine and the ibuprofen is it gives you -5 hydration versus 10 and no energy, but it gives you 505 seconds worth of on painkillers versus 385 seconds. Another thing you have with this is you have 5 seconds. It takes 5 seconds to use this, and you have 12 uses. So you have a lot more uses in this versus the morphine pen. I haven't used it too much, but when I do use it, it helps a lot. Okay. After that, we have the bandage. It's an injury treatment. So if you have blood loss, which is health points lost depending on the number of affected limbs. So if you have multiple limbs hurt, you can get multiple icons like this indicating that you have blood loss coming from your whole body. So 1 bandage removes 1 blood loss. Okay, and it adds this, which is just indicating, hey, it's just a fresh wound, but you're no longer losing blood. Okay, with this bandage right here, you take 2 seconds to use. You have 1 use out of it. All right, so it's a one and done thing. It restores no HP whatsoever. Following that, you have the army bandage. It looks like this, kind of similar to the first bandage. It is an injury treatment, so once again, it's gonna remove the blood loss that you have depending on where you have it, and it's gonna add this fresh wound icon once you're done. The only difference between the two is it has 2 uses versus 1, so that's a plus. It takes the same amount of space as the bandage, so if you have an army bandage, you might as well use it, right? Following that, you have the AI2 med kit, aka the cheese. All this is going to do for you is restore HP, which is this icon right here. You have 2 seconds. It takes 2 seconds to use. and it restores 100 HP overall. Okay, but every single use you use it, it's 50 at a time. So you can't use it and it give you 100 HP. You can use it and it gives you 50, and then you can use it one more time to use the rest of the 100. All right. So after that, we also have the car first aid kit. The difference between this one and the AI2 med kit is it removes blood loss, toxication, and radiation. Okay. And then it adds fresh wound, and it adds restores HP. It takes 3 seconds to use. It has 220 HP total that it can dispense out, and then the max it's going to dispense out per use is 70 HP. So that's pretty good to have on you as well. After that, we have the Sula First-Aid Kit, which is a med kit also, and it removes blood loss, adds a fresh wound again, and then restores the HP, just like the car. The big differences between these two, it still takes 3 seconds to use. It just has 400 HP in it versus 220 like the car does. And then instead of giving you 70 at a time, it restores 85 HP at a time every use. After that, we have the IFAK Personal Tactical First Aid Kit, probably one of my favorite items to use in the game. It also removes toxication, blood loss, and radiation. It adds fresh wound, and it restores your HP. It takes 3 seconds to use. It has a total of 300, so it's a little less than the Sula, and it restores 50 at a time, so it doesn't give you as much as the Sula as well. But it only takes 1 spot, so I think it's worth it. Okay. Following that, you have the Jesus in the Bag Grizzly. It's the ultimate first aid kit you can have on the game. It removes blood loss, it removes a fracture, it removes contusion, it removes pain, and then it gives you a fresh wound and then restores HP. It takes 5 seconds to use, so it's not that much of a difference compared to the other med kits. And then it also has a total of 1,800 HP in this, so it's packing a lot of HP to restore back to you guys. And then the most it's going to give you at once per use is 175. So that's pretty close, if not all the health per limb or per body part on you. After that, we have Immobilizing Splint. It's a pretty basic splint. All it does is remove a fracture. You get fractures by falling or just being weak. No, I'm just kidding. You have it takes 5 seconds to use this, and then you have 1 use out of it. You get no HP out of it, but it removes that fracture, which is super helpful in case you're wondering, why am I moving so slow? Like, what's wrong with me? You probably have a fracture. After that, we have a Immobilizing Splint. It's like an upgraded version of the basic splint. The only differences between it is it takes less time to use, and then you have 5 uses versus 1 from the basic splint, which is so much better to carry on you, but it also costs a little bit more and it's hard to come by. After that, you have the Vaseline. I don't think I've ever found the Vaseline, but it says it's an injury treatment. It removes pain, and then it adds painkillers for 500 seconds, and then you have 6 second time to use it, and then 10 uses out of it. So this is crazy. I've never seen the Vaseline. I've never got to use it, but when I do, I'll let you guys know if it was worth it. And it seems to be worth it. I mean, it seems like it takes 1 slot, 10 uses out of it. That's pretty good. After that, we have the Golden Star. I have this, the Golden Star Blam. It removes contusions, it removes pain, toxication for 600 seconds, radiation exposure for 600 seconds, and then it adds the painkiller icon on it. It increases hydration, recovery for 5 seconds, 1 per second, and then energy plus 4. So this is a pretty good item to have. I have it. I haven't got to use it yet, but I'm looking forward to using it. It takes 7 seconds to use. So this Blam must be huge. You must be rotating this thing pretty big. So, and then you have 10 uses out of it. So that's crazy. This little Golden Star has 10 uses out of it, and you get all those effects added or removed. So that's pretty clutch right there. After that, you have the CMS Kit. It's an injury treatment. It removes destroyed body parts, but the thorax or the head. So if you lose a limb, it restores it back to you, which in some cases is really, really helpful, especially if you're trying to run away from somebody. If you're trying to get away with the loot, this is probably an item you want to carry on you, okay? It restores that limb back, and it gives you 1 HP on it. So it's not fully restored, but it's alive. So it's better than being gone. Other than the thorax and the head, obviously. It takes 16 seconds to use, and then you only get 5 uses out of it. So it's pretty good. It takes a little bit of time to restore it back, but then again, it's gone, you know? So you getting it back is worth 16 seconds versus you not having it and limping somewhere. And then finally, after that, you have the Serve 12 Field Surgical Kit. This bad boy right here is worth having on you. It's cost a lot, and like I said, it's hard to come by, but it's super, super helpful. It removes fractured or destroyed body parts other than the thorax or the head. Pretty much the same thing as the CMS Kit, just a lot bigger and a lot more uses out of it. So you get 15 uses out of this thing versus 5. Huge difference. I get broke a lot. I get messed up a lot. So this is for me. It also takes 20 more seconds to use. So it's a little bit longer, but hey, it's worth it. I've used it plenty of times in raids that I've been shot at, or people just melt me and I get away and I'm limping, and I use this, and then I come back and wreck them because they think I'm hurt, you know? I'm limping away. But this saved my life in a lot of freaking areas in Tarkov. Other than that, that's pretty much the health system in a nutshell. So with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed and liked the video. I hope you guys have a better understanding on how the medical supplies are used in Escape from Tarkov. And like always, if you have recommendations for future videos, please let me know, or even if you have questions, comment down below and I'll make sure to answer you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Cross Gaming, and I'm out.